Are you having this problem? Previously, I had fixed the cable ends at the latch. This time around, now the cable ends on this side, so they're gonna be in here at the bottom where the door latches itself to the body. So we're gonna go step by step how to fix that. We're gonna be removing the inside panel. This time it's necessary, and I'll show you how to do that. By the way, this is a 2005 Ford Ranger extended cab, 4 doors, and this is not as hard as it looks. And, let me show you. You open the good door, and I show you from the good door how easy it is to remove the panel. This is a snap-in. And if you look at it, you separate the rubber, you'll see with your fingers, without tools, that the panel starts coming out easily from the snaps. So you go all the way around it, In this case, you gotta do it from the inside of the cab. You gotta hop in there and take your time, so you can have access to the bottom latch and repair it. Of course, when you get to points like this, you can line this up. This moves, actually slides. I've done it before. Now, one-handed, it's not easy to do it, but this thing slides back, and you'll have access to move it. Same thing here. It's not a problem, okay? So let's get to work then. So you're gonna get to this point where you got the panel of the roller, and you're gonna find that this nut right here that holds the seat belt needs to come off, and then you proceed to remove it. In order to get the panel in this position, that far away from the door, and pull it that far, I had to actually remove this other little thing right down here from the bottom of the seat. Toss it away, and now see you got full access to the back, and now you see, guys, full access to the back. The door still, well, there you go, finally open. So now we can work it out more comfortably with the door open. See where the problem is with the cables. See the cables from the top here, door latch. See, the top cable also is having a lot of play, so it's time to replace everybody, top and bottom, even though the top was okay, where's this guy at? It's all the way down here, right behind the seat belt thing. It won't be easy to access it, but we gotta play with it. Alright, so let's get to work. I think it should make it easy if we remove the whole thing out of the door. So I'm gonna loosen up the 2 screws and take it out. Actually, it was a bear to get it to that position out of the stand, and I tell you what, I wish I could have recorded it, because I keep doing it. I thought it was gonna be able to do it with a flat screwdriver, but no. It took a needle nose plier to unhook it from the inside. Now we can actually put the end, and it's gonna be another mission to hook it up back in there and the actual latch. I was noticing it. I was noticing that the latch hole, look at the shape it's got. And let me see, how can I do this one-handed? A good thing the kit I ordered, it brought also this type of end. If you don't have that type of end with that shape, it won't go in there in the latch. I was looking at this regular one, which is rounded, totally rounded. That worked over here and this side of the actual handle there. But let me show you. Going back to the latch, that's the shape. And let me see if I can get someone to hold the phone for me. So once we have established that we got a appropriate cable end, we proceed to install it. See the slot? So we got to put the cable. You might have to clean this area here from plastic debris that's still there. Let's see if we can do it. That's the way it goes. It's got to go all the way in. That end there is got to touch the front in the cap. So we got to clear. We got to clean this area right here from excessive plastic. I'm gonna have to hold it with a pair of pliers, holding the cable sleeve here to push it more, because it's got to come in all the way to the end. It can't be like that, because we need room for the cable to actually hook up to the latch. With the pliers. Still got to go in some more. Let me see. A lot more. You gotta grab it in a way you don't squeeze the actual cable sleeve and then make it hard for the cable to travel later on. Getting there. Let me see how more. Yeah, it's about another quarter, not a 3/8 of an inch. That's gotta go in. That should be okay. There you go. Now we got the cable at the end. You gotta test it. And now we gotta install it back. Okay, now we're gonna insert the cable end where it goes, and then at the end, from this side here, with a needle nose plier, we're going to slide that little ball where it belongs. So let's start. Realize it got to go in one direction, one position only. So let's see. It went in. Now you flip it around. Make sure you flip it and it locks. Because if it doesn't lock, you don't want that thing to come off. loose. That's in the lock position now. It's in there, nice and tight. I don't know if you can see the cable in there, but the little bolt is right about there. And now I gotta pull it and go around that little piece right there. Okay, takes a lot to get the end of the cable hooked up where it goes. You gotta use your brain, gotta be calm, take 2 pills of patience, big ones too. But the trick was actually going back here and disconnecting the cable. Let me see how much, because you want slack on the end, and disconnecting the cable from the actual door handle. See, it disconnected. At the end, I gotta pull it and hook it up again. So just remember that. And you gotta use needle nose pliers and a tiny screwdriver to bring it around and hook it up properly where it goes. I wish I could have helped you with a video, but it's so tiny, tight in there, the camera will not show how to do it. So you come back down here, you grab your cable to test what you've done on the top, and yeah, we got it working. See through that little hole? It wasn't easy to hook it up, but that's what you gotta get done. There it is, the end of the cable, that little bowl hooked up to that. Nah, it's like a Y, I don't know what you call it, but yep, that's how it is. Now we're gonna put it back again where it belongs, and put the bolts back and everything, and we finish the job. You start putting everything. Remember, this part goes behind the actual door frame. This one goes on the outside. Don't forget that. You don't want to get like puzzled at this thing. How come in? So start tying it down. A little snug here too. Now, before you tighten it, you put the strap that goes on the outside. This guy right here. Let's see. Oh, the other way. That's how it goes. So again, one of those screws. The screw that's going to hold it in place for me, so I can actually replace the others. I'm sorry, but so difficult to work one-handed. Alright, they already have Loctite on them. You don't want this thing to become loose. You'll be listening to rattles inside the truck while you drive. Even worse, the whole thing comes loose, and little by little, then the door won't close properly. One more. This guy right here. And now we can give it a that one, make it a little tight. Now we can do the other one on the other side. Don't tighten it yet, because you gotta tighten this one. Now you make this one tight. 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 Everybody's tight now. And voila. You know, you finish the top one. Now we gotta do the bottom one. Since I already learned my lesson, the best way is to loosen the cables off from the actual door handle. Once the cables are loose, that makes you That'll make your life easier to work with the latches. So let's start the bottom one. The bottom one, the screws are from the bottom. I can feel them here. Let me see if I can get them on camera. Yeah, we got 3 of them, and they're same shape. We already got the wrench for it, so let's get to work. You start putting everything. Remember, this part goes behind the actual door frame. This one goes on the outside. Don't forget that. You don't want to get like puzzled at this thing. How come in? So start tightening it down. A little snug here too. Now, before you tighten it, you put the strap that goes on the outside. This guy right here, let's see. Oh, the other way. That's how it goes. So, again, one of those screws. The screw that's going to hold it in place for me, so I can actually replace the others. I'm sorry, but so difficult to work one-handed. Alright, they already have Loctite on them. You don't want this thing to become loose. You'll be listening to rattles inside the truck while you drive. Even worse, the whole thing comes loose, and little by little, then the door won't close properly. One more. This guy right here. And now we can give it a that one, make it a little tight. Now we can do the other one on the other side. Don't tighten it yet, because you gotta tighten this one. Now you make this one tight. 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 Everybody's tight now. And voila. You know, you finish the top one. Now we gotta do the bottom one. Since I already learned my lesson, the best way is to loosen the cables off from the actual door handle. Once the cables are loose, that makes your life easier to work with the latches. So let's start the bottom one. The bottom one, the screws are from the bottom. I can feel them here. Let me see if I can get them on camera. Yeah, we got 3 of them, and they're same shape. We already got the wrench for it, so let's get to work. So you got your screws, 3 screws out. So let's pull it from the top on the inside of the door. Stick your hand there. Pull it out. Here we go. Oh, this one's gonna be a piece of cake. See, the cable end is right there. Oh my goodness, yeah. This thing is gone a long time ago. Well, we gotta blow some air on it and lubricate this thing too at the time. Make sure you don't tug on this thing. The electronics tells you the door is open on that. Alright, this one is going to be a lot easier than the one on the top. So, just gotta put this thing in. slide it up. I'm gonna have to drop the phone and do it right now. One-handed I can't. You might find the case when the replacement part, the slot, they didn't make it wide enough, just about half a millimeter wider could be good. So I'm gonna have to work it somehow, maybe sticking the tip of that screwdriver since it's aluminum, and I gotta whiten it because I noticed that goes in at some parts and it's too tight in others. So that come up to you. So I'm just trying to passing on information here. Okay, we got it in. Now we got to push it back in up the sleeve. Make sure that the end of the sleeve goes down all the way down to the end, which is about here where my thumbnail is. You got to push it up. Let me drop the phone again to do it. So now once we got the cable, with the cable end installed and everything lubricated, we're going to put it back in there in the door. Remember this area here matches that slot right there, so just slide it in there, and we're going to look for the holes at the bottom of the door, install the screws in.